reasonable distance from other ships inside this dock. Docking bay access is bi-directional. Please use the designated lanes when entering and exiting the station. We would like to remind all commanders to avoid blocking access to landing pads during arrival and departure. This is an important announcement. Security surveillance is in effect at this facility at all times. Acts of violence will be met with an appropriate response. Please be aware of traffic within this station and give priority to larger ships as you approach your landing pad. Pilots who cannot complete landing procedures within the time limit must exit the bay and submit a new docking request. We warmly welcome all new arrivals to
Hey guys, what's going on?
safe journey
How y'all doing?
departures.
What's up? The one over-engineered Asp. Asp Scout sucks balls. You can end the stream. Well, I don't know. We'll find out.
Please proceed.
I've never actually flown one. I have bought one long enough to look at the internals and decided I didn't like them. So then I never really gave it a shot. And so I was like, nah. Hey, Flynn. Come on, Demon. Demon is in. Hey, what's going on, man? Alright, so let's see here. I need to
Ensure you have received
play with the chroma key just a little bit here. Da-da-da-da. Alright, that'll be good enough.
exit the
More or less.
immediately.
Alright, so how you guys been? Alive and well, I hope. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to go ahead and buy ourselves one of them Asps.
The access corridor during arrival or departure.
And I already have a name for it too. This is going to be like a series where I look at underwhelming ships and see, you know, are they really as bad as people think, or do they just have a bad reputation? We'll see. Scout, here it is. Oh, nuke, that sucks. But yeah, this is Big Rhonda. Big Rhonda just got a new kit. Why am I torturing myself? I mean, because, I guess. I don't know. There's something fun? Well, if you consider torture fun. Some people like it, I'm just saying. Road to Riches. Excellent choice. Here we go. We're gonna buy this here Asp. Ooh, a couple weeks of procrastinating, you're going back to mining for Celine. Have fun. Yeah. Our engineering, a second account from the ground. Yeah, the grind is real. Okay. So, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna A-rate this thing. And we're gonna see if it's really as bad as it's been made out to be. Now, the biggest mistake of your life. I mean, we'll see. Because there's gonna be, there's basically two stages to this. You know, there's the A-rate stage, and then there is the let's go and engineer the thing and see if it's, you know, any better after it's been engineered. Oh, Danzy, I know. I don't even have the 50 markets thing yet. I just don't. I don't have the willpower to trade. Nuke. Yeah. I never fly without rebuy. Don't do it, man. Don't you freaking do it. Okay. Oh, we'll leave it at that. Now, let's set up... Let's just empty out all of its optional internals real quick. All of them. Hey, Trip, what's going on, man? You couldn't stand this thing in Super Cruise? How? Yeah, Trip, that's kind of what I suspect. I mean, that really is kind of what I suspect is the case. You know what, Gerb? That's exactly right. Like, you just throw shit at the wall. Eventually, something is going to work. I mean, is it a perfect solution? No. But when it comes to something like this, it's way more entertaining. Saving for a bounty vulture. You know, vultures are really good bounty hunters, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, definitely, Admiral Akbar, definitely. It's kind of the point though. Like, I don't expect this thing to stand out in any way, shape, or form. Like, I do not expect that whatsoever. But I would like to think that maybe it's not as bad as you would think. I mean, hope in one hand, shit in the other, see which gets a full first. I don't know. We'll find out. Because, as I said, there's two stages to this. There's the stock A rate, which is step 1. And we're going to fly it like this for a little while and see how it does. And then there is the step 2, which is we're going to engineer the ever-living hell out of this thing and see if it's improved any. Join the Discord. For what? I mean, I'm already in the Discord, so... Stands out in a way, but not a way. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I mean, fair. Fair. I mean, I'm basically just going to outfit this in like a hybrid hull tank with a little bit of utility so we can, you know, actually survive things a little bit. Now, the one thing I am noticing right off the bat is that its hull is not very strong. At least not in comparison. Like, I think I can get more hull out of a Dolphin. Let's see, if I put military on here, 1340. You know what? We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. Let's go all out on this thing. Gerb. It does kind of feel that way, though, doesn't it? I mean, but as I said, though, I mean, we'll see. I'm not expecting this thing to be insanely good at any one thing, but I would expect it to be at least halfway decent at something. And that's what we're gonna find out. It's made out of paper. It kinda, I don't know. Like, if I engineer that, all of its whole, then it won't be that bad, but I mean, I don't know, it just doesn't have very large internals. The Asp Explorer definitely beats it hands down in that category, no question. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, I gotta figure out what to do with this. Make a carrier type ship? Probably not. At least not anytime soon. The tinfoil. I mean, it kind of feels that way though, doesn't it? I know, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe these numbers are kind of lying to us somehow. I don't know. I kind of doubt it, but we'll find out. Let's see. Should we go with bursts or shall we go with something a little less draining on the capacitor? I think that's 6.4. 6.2. The difference really is pretty minimal. Alright, you know what I'll do? Yeah, we'll put a couple of these on there. Tinfoil is too tough. So this thing has the exact same hardpoint layout as the Viper in Diamondback Scout. Interesting. Hey, Scorpius, what's going on? Looking at the Cub Scout? Yep, pretty much. It's the exact same loadout. Alright, so naturally, we're going to put some multi-cannons in here. Why? Because it seems like the right thing to do. Dun-dun-dun. Yep, there we go. No more Monday morning, Sunday fun day. Alright, so there we go. Actually, we're coming in under our power, too. That's not bad. 19. I loaded down pretty heavy. It's still got a 19.3... 19 and a third light year range. That's actually not bad. Considering... I mean, all things considered, not bad. What do I have for paint jobs for this thing? Yeah, sure, why not? What kind of decals can we put on this? I mean, I'm just curious. You know what? We'll put some packs on there. Why not? Da-da-da-da. I'll throw that guy on there, and same on this side. It's basically a Viper 4 that costs more and slower. You know, you might not be too far off base with that. Hey, Chris, what's going on, man? Ship name. Alright, now when I'm doing these... I'm going to be naming them the Failboat. Ta-da! Alright. Hey, Welsh, what's going on, man? How you doing? Name suits the ship. Well, to be completely fair, I'm going to be doing this to the Viper 4 at some point also. And I will be taking suggestions for other ships you guys want me to test in the same manner. Nice, good to hear, Welsh. Good to hear, man. Alright, weapon detailing. We're going purple. Engine detailing, we're going with that purple. Alright. There we go. Alright. We are all set up. The Type 9. Hey, Phoenix, what's going on, man? Love you some Type 9. I don't know. There's a lot of people out there that really don't like the Viper 4. And I can't necessarily say I blame them, but I wonder if maybe their ire is a little misplaced. Like, I've piloted the Viper 4 before, and I kind of like it. But I've never done it on stream or actually shown results. So, I mean, that's kind of like the whole point to some of these. Like, I've never flown the Asp Scout really either, so we'll see. Alright, yes, I know. Alright, we'll go ahead and close that down. And there we go. Alright, good enough. Going at the doctor again. That sucks, man. A Type 9. Oh, you guys really want me to go crazy, don't you? I have a hard time with ships like those. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we're gonna head next door. I mean, actually, you know what? First things first, we're gonna just kind of fart around outside the station for a minute. Because I want to see what this thing handles like. I've never, as I said, I've never actually flown one. So, is it really as bad as people like make it out to be? I mean, I don't know, it doesn't feel too bad. It does kind of have that same hang-up that the Asp Explorer does. The boost sound is a little underwhelming. Roll rate is good, but the Explorer's roll rate is... Yeah, that was never a problem before. Oh, messed that up. Caught my backside there. Well, this gives me a chance to see what the shield regen is like, though. Not bad. That's pretty decent. Well, you say effective trader, but the Conda carries more. Conda ends up carrying more cargo, I think, if I remember right. It has a better jump range. Its thruster reaction is good when you're boosting. Nice and strong. It's not overly strong, though. It's not like the Fer-de-Lance where it can dance. It's a little bit... It's not that strong. It doesn't drift as much. Now, let's see. What is its drift like? Let's boost straight forward. And then I'm going to just zero throttle. And let's see how long it takes for it to slow down. Not great, but it's better than the Explorers. At least it feels like it's better than the Explorers. You know, that's true, Scorpius. That's true. I mean, so there's a little bit of personal preference involved, and it's just, as with everything. Alright, we're going to jump over to V886, and we're going to see We're gonna dock over at Tanner City, and we're gonna try some bounty hunting over there. You know, the Panther Clipper, when/if we get it, it better have more cargo space than the flippin' cutter, or I'm gonna be really upset. Because that ship, I don't know, it is supposed to be the end-all trader, and if it's not, I'm not gonna be happy about that. Not at all. Yeah, I know, right, Scorb? Yeah, if we ever see it. That's kind of something I'm waiting for. It's like, really, guys? Come on. FDev. Please. Please. So big that it can't dock. You know, that would be cool. I'd love to see Frontier's, solution for that. Like a docking skiff, like you said, or... like maybe like some kind of gangway or something that it can dock with on the outside of the stations. That would be kind of cool. You feel like a capital ship docking up on some nonsense? That'd be kind of neat. Well, Gerb, that's the thing though, is like, I think people forget just how big some of these ships really are. I mean, they don't feel that big because of the way they handle. But, like, in reality, they're absolutely gigantic. Like, so even the mail slot really is bigger than people think it is. With a moving external docking pad. I know, especially in a ship that size. You'd almost just have to park next to the station and then wait for the, wait for the station's rotation, you know, to bring the port to you. Like, that's what I would do. I mean, personally. Fly the Type 9 or the Beluga in VR and you're flying your house. Yeah? See, I've done a little bit of VR flying, and it was limited to my Fer-de-Lance. And even the Fer-de-Lance feels bigger than you would originally think. Like, when you're just playing on a monitor like I am right now, like, the ships don't feel like they're all that large. But when you play in VR, it's very different. It's kind of cool, though. Like, you really get a sense of scale and just how big these things really are. Everything always needs to get bigger. I'm sure there is some arguments to be made for and against that. I mean, just ask porn stars. I think they'll tell you both ways. Yeah, that's exactly right, Trip. That's true. Like, you've got one person, you know, and you're flying a ship by yourself that's, you know, the size of the original Enterprise, almost. Wasn't it the original Enterprise? It was in the original series. It's something that's like 300 meters long. It was like 300 or 400 meters in length, something like that. I mean, in the Conda is, what, is it 140? And Cutter a little bit bigger than that? I know, I'd have to look up the numbers again. I don't remember.
1,000 meters from touchdown.
I'm sure someone out there knows the numbers. I sure as heck can't remember right offhand. Well, I can say this thing is pretty easy to dock. That was nice and simple.
Landing successful. Deploying ground services. Have a productive visit, Commander.
I'm just saying, Gerb. Maybe DFG. Like, I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time bounty hunting. It's more like I'm just gonna come here and do a little bit of combat to get a feel for, like, how this thing handles and what it can and can't. Like, I just want to get a sense for how this thing handles in combat and, like, just how strong and or weak its firepower really is. Like, is considering it has the exact same, you know, weapon loadout as a Diamondback Scout and like a Viper 3 or 4, and the Cobra 3 for that matter. You know, you can pretty much, like, I have a good idea of what it's like, but you know, science. We need more science. Da da da. Ah, nice HCI. Yeah, only 9 mil left to go. It's gonna take a little bit, but you know it'll be worth it when you're done. Da 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 da. Alright, where's the other site? There it is. Alright. Da 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 da. Hey, welcome back, useless. Making dinner? What you having for dinner? Actually, dinner kind of, like, food sounds good right now. I skipped my breakfast this morning. I woke up a little bit too late. Food. Dang it. How do we always end up on food? Ooh. See, I've got some leftover pizza, too. Yeah, food is good. Let's see, Type 7, there's a Viper. I wish this thing had a better boost sound. It's like, it is very underwhelming. It's like, yay, I'm in a ship and I boosted and wow, that was pathetic. Well, looks can be deceiving. I'm just saying. He does typically fly Cobras, though. This seems to be a favorite of his. And they use the exact same weapons loadout. So, I mean, it can't be all bad. There we go. There's a Vulture. Yeah, he's flying backwards a little bit. Come on. Yeah, I knew it. Come on, do your scan. Yeah, I know. With the appropriate skill, any ship can be made to look good. What's the verdict? The verdict is that it handles decently well, at least so far. What is wrong with this guy? He's like not even trying? At least it feels like he's not trying. I'm really confused by this guy. Oh, that was a little underwhelming. I have the break speed of a cartoon character on it. It's actually a little bit better than the Explorer's is, I'm not gonna say it's fantastic, but it's not terrible. I've definitely seen worse. And then, as I suspected, its maneuvering thrusters are just a little bit on the weak side, but they're not, like, downright terrible. I do wish they were a little better, though. Oh, come on. Got her with E-rated thrusters. I mean, kind of. Okay, to put it in an E-rate cutter will drift like even an A-rate cutter drifts like it's in flippin' Tokyo. So I guess Black Rose, like, he was really adamant about it too. Now, the one thing I have noticed about this thing is that it is kind of slow. For supposedly being a more maneuverable, agile vessel, it is very slow. I'm not sure why. Alright, man, Mr. Crazy, take it easy, man. I'm not sure why they made it so much slower than its counterpart. That I don't get. Deja vu. I mean, maybe Scorb? I don't think the Asp Scout is going to get any love, to be completely honest. If it does, I'll be genuinely surprised. Wanted wing of 2. Who's your wingmate? Is it this guy? It is this guy. I'll wait till he's finished scanning and then we'll kill this adder and move on to the vulture. Anorexic Axis War? Yeah, pretty much. Not fair to anorexics. Most reviews seem to say it's a ship without purpose. Yeah, I can kind of see that right now. I really can. Come on. I will say this thing just doesn't really handle that well. It's very dependent on its boost and having pips into engines. Otherwise, it just doesn't seem to handle that well. Come on. Shieldless jumper. Yeah. Now, I will say its broken shield regen is actually really good. That part it's got going for it. Yeah, DBX is actually a really good ship for what it is. Especially for its price. Wing of 3. Nope, not going to take that on by myself. No way, not in this thing. It does not have the firepower for that. Nor the staying power at this point. It is the one thing that this thing really doesn't have is shield strength, I'm noticing. And it's not just because biweaves. You know, let me be clear. The ship itself is, you know, physically pretty large. So it's easy to hit. But it only has 2 utility slots, which means that if you want it to survive, you pretty much have to use dual chaff. Which, you know, by itself, not necessarily a bad thing, but I think the size of this ship works against it in that regard. Well, yeah, Nathan, that's kind of the thing, like the Explorer is, you know, it's just inherently better at everything just because of, you know, the way that ship is. Now, the Scout is essentially supposed to be Asp X light, as I understand it. There we go. This guy ought to be by himself. Perfect. Yeah, Scorb, that was my original thought too. Like the Diamondback Scout fits that build perfectly. Hey, Gillen, what's going on, man? How you doing? But like the Diamondback Scout fits the label of Scout pretty well. Like it's decently fast. It's pretty maneuverable. And yeah, it's just overall a pretty dang good ship. At least I think so. And it handles hull tanking rather well, which is something I really enjoy for that ship. Well, I don't know about inspecting Thargoids. The Thargoids don't seem to care if we're running quote-unquote cold or not. I mean, I don't know. We'll see, because yeah, a lot of unknowns as far as Thargoids are concerned and how they handle, you know, people. Birthday in 2 days? Ah, that sucks, Gillen. But happy early birthday from me to you. This guy really likes his seeker missiles, doesn't he? Yeah, I wondered when that was going to start. Oh, come on. Okay, that's horseshit. When someone's silent running, you can't... Yeah, alright. So, the Scout's canopy is just as crappy as the Asp Explorer's. That I just discovered. Hey, Waffles, what's going on, man? And so this thing's canopy is just as bad as the Explorer's.
Cabin pressure alert. Silent running. Cabin pressure alert. Thermal signature restored.
Come on. There we go. This thing is only barely faster than this dropship. That is a little concerning.
Engage. Atmospheric failure. Cabin pressure.
Better call auto glass. Failing at PUBG? Well, you know.
Cabin pressure.
That's kind of part and parcel with the territory in PUBG, really. I mean, epic fails and not so epic fails and giant massacres. Maybe Thargoid targeting works off of life signatures. Thargoids would have a hard time hitting. I see what you're getting at, but I'm not entirely sure that that's going to be the case. Now, where the hell? Why won't it freaking show the station on the damn... There, finally, no. It's over there. Da-da-da-da-da. Well, to be completely fair, Waffles, I think the lag is not always client-side. A lot of it's got to do with the servers themselves. I don't think there's much you can do about that. And I've been playing it for a little bit now, and I'm still not that great at it. I'm okay, but I'm okay at it, but far from being overly good. I'll put it that way. PUBG where cars suplex each other. Yeah, about right. Hey, Space Jesus, what's going on, man? How you doing? Almost there. Don't need to slow down, we just need to get closer. Like that.
Atmospheric failure. Lakon, Papa Alpha Romeo. The Federation welcomes you. Solicitation protocol.
Okay. So this thing really needs something done about these shields.
Assigned to landing pad 03. Cabin pressure alert.
But it still needs to be high regen.
Warning. Oxygen low.
Nah. I didn't really boo-boo. It's kind of a failing of this ship. Then again, I'm not sure the Asp Scout was really designed for combat. I mean, this is more of a test to see just how this thing handles more than anything. And I'm not convinced that its handling is much of an improvement over the Asp Explorer. Like, it doesn't drift as bad, but this thing is very, very, very dependent on having pips and engines. Wasn't designed for anything. I mean... Okay, so saying doesn't have very high shield strength, one. And because of that, it needs very fast regen if it wants to stay alive. Pretty much, Flynn. I'm not even sure it could really fight itself. Like, Okay, I'm gonna look at something real quick because I'm a little curious. This thing doesn't have any military slots, so you only have the optional internal slots to work with. Only those. Now, if you were to bounty hunt, you could potentially drop the fuel scoop and put a module reinforcement package here instead, and that would help with the canopy situation. I mean, because it does fairly decent at hull tanking. I'm not going to say it is. Obviously, it's not that good, considering its size, at hull tanking. But I feel that would help it. You could put another hull reinforcement here. Now, I feel like a couple of small changes like that would help this thing out a little bit as far as the hull tank side of things is concerned. This distributor doesn't have a whole lot of charge in it for the shields, though, either. That Class 5 shield... 0.6 megawatt? Yeah. So the Class 5 shield does drain the capacitor in this thing quite a bit. Yeah, that's exactly right, Momoka. I mean, with this thing's size, it just doesn't lend itself to hull tanking very well, and it doesn't have the shield strength to really make up for it either. Can you come shoot me with missiles? Right now? The DBX is a pretty decent all-rounder, Flynn. I mean, you can't really go wrong with it. And that large hardpoint is fun, by the way. At least in a ship as cheap as it is. So, let's see. Oh, as I said, I feel like switching this out for something a little bit more, you know, for the module reinforcement would do it wonders. You know, beef it up a little bit more with the with another hull reinforcement here. Yeah, he likes shooting me. I don't know why. Let's see, guys. This thing is 1340 hull strength right now. Yeah. And power-wise, it's not doing too bad. This thing doesn't have the shield strength, Mini. I mean, a Class 5 SCB is a waste on this thing. I mean, it does kind of rely on its shielding to stay alive to a certain degree. It doesn't have a whole lot of it. The SCBs are probably the way to go. Yeah, this thing really doesn't make sense. Well, yeah, shooting people is good, DFG. I mean, but still, that's beside the point. Gillen. Ah, feels bad, man. See, because this thing only has 168 megajoules worth of shield. So, so DFG, this is, as far as shielding goes, it's very much like the Faz, in a way. It does not have strong shielding, but its regen is really good. But this thing's problem is it does not have the distributor to back it up. Is it described as a combat chip, or is its combat capability for defense mostly? It's mostly for defense, I feel. But the thing is like, if it can't kill it, whatever is attacking it, like, why bother in the first place? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what is this thing good at? HCI, is the DBX decent at combat? I mean, it does okay. It does okay. I mean, it's not downright terrible. You could do worse. Well, Scorb, see, it's not fast enough to run away. Yeah, I mean, it's only barely faster than the dropship. And that's bad. Yeah, C5 Byweave is definitely too much for the Class 4 distributor. I mean, how is it for escaping interdictions? I don't know. I would assume that it does pretty decent, because it handles really nice in Super Cruise. It actually does handle pretty good. So here's something I'm gonna do. Engineered sleeper? I mean, maybe? Spacious, that's kind of one of the things I'm gonna try, because there's two stages to this. There is the, you know, let's test it out, stock A rate, which is exactly what it is right now, with no engineering done to it at all. And then there's the, you know, let's engineer it and see what happens. No, there really isn't a particular factor for the interdictions besides, you know, how well a ship handles in Super Cruise. That's it. Otherwise, there is no difference. Okay, let's see. I can't use the stopwatch on that thing. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use this station as kind of it's kind of a point of reference here. Oh yeah, it's doable. 2, 3, 4, 6. Alright, so it takes almost 8 seconds for this thing to turn around. Is that about right? Yeah, FSD off is no-go. That's an instant fail. Hey, Kiro Kenshi, what's going on, man? Alright, we're gonna do this again. I mean, heat management so far, Scorb, looks pretty good. I mean, it's idling at 28% right now, which is not bad. Alright. And We can actually test that right now, Scorb. Let's see how long it takes for this thing to heat up right now.
Shields offline.
I mean, in stock form, just sitting here, not moving, I mean, it's doing okay. Perhaps people have been looking at it wrong. That's entirely possible, considering.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Yes, I'm well aware.
Warning. Temperature critical. Thermal signature restored.
Okay, so just sitting still here without using any heat sinks, it doesn't do too bad. Let's try that same test once it cools all the way down again. We'll try that same test and see what happens. Although it is interesting to note that apparently shield regeneration generates a fair amount of heat. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. Hey, Deanne, what's going on, man? What am I up to? We're testing out this Asp Scout to see, is the thing really as bad as people think? That's the whole point of today, and yeah. Scarb. Yes. I'm glad someone else made that joke. Okay, almost ready. Almost. Come on, I'm gonna cool down a little bit more. And for this test, we're gonna leave all of the modules on. Just because I want to see. Alright, now we're cooled all the way off again. So we're gonna speed up, and then we're gonna shut off, we're gonna turn on silent running, and see what happens as we fly around here. Right. There we go.
Silent running. Shields offline.
It definitely heats up more when you're using the thrusters. Ooh, DN, that's dangerous.
Warning. Temperature critical. Scan detected. Thermal signature restored.
Okay, so it does heat up quite a bit more when you're moving around. Quite a bit more. And I wasn't even pushing it too hard. You paid to stand around and do nothing? You can't beat that. Now, I feel one quality of life upgrade that this thing could use is definitely the power distributor. If you put a Charge Enhanced 5 on here, I feel like this thing could really shine. It would help it a lot. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so Now, here's what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna come to a complete stop right here. And we're going to shut off
Thrusters offline.
pretty much everything. Alright, now let's see what its idle heat goes down to. Hey, good catch, Caleb. Yeah, if you guys are watching and you haven't yet liked the stream, please do so. That does help me out quite a lot. I would much appreciate that. Okay, idle heat down to 13%. Yes, I know. I turned them off, you stupid thing. Alright, I'm going to flip that. Alright, now is silent running on at this point. The heat isn't even moving. Like, look at that. And then again, it's not really generating anything right now. Oh, here's what we're going to do. Yeah, I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to turn on that. Still not generating hardly any heat whatsoever. There we go, it finally ticked up just a little bit. Now, with all of that stuff turned off, let's turn the FSD back on. Well, the DPS between the Asp Scout and the Cobra is going to be the same. Hey, Cajun Josh, what's going on, man? Yeah, the actual DPS between the Asp Scout and the Cobra 3 is going to be the same, because they have the exact same hardpoint layout. Well, that's the thing, Cajun. Like, everyone just assumes that it's bad. So, like, is it really that bad, or you know, can the ship be salvaged or given a role of some type? Still not generating a whole lot of heat. Not bad. No, the Scout has 2 small, 2 mediums, just like the Cobra and the Viper in the DBS. The Asp Explorer has 4 smalls, 2 mediums, where the Scout has 2 mediums and 2 smalls. Oh, the only difference is 2 small hardpoints.
Thrusters offline.
Yes, I know. I turned the damn things off myself. You don't have to remind me. The Cobra's applied DPS might actually be higher. I'm not sure. It kind of depends on the pilot, I think.
Thrusters offline.
Yes, I know. Alright, now with all those modules turned off, its heat generation is much lower. Now, keep in mind, though, it still does not have its thrusters online at this point. So, the one module that uses the most power is still offline. You still enjoy people watching. Still enjoy watching people use the stepchildren ships? Yeah. Yeah. Some of them just don't get enough love. Like, the Keelback really isn't as bad of a ship as people make it out to be. And that, actually, you know what? That'll be another one that I do a series on. Is I actually do have my Keelback, I don't fly it enough.
Thrusters offline.
But it is engineered a bit, and it is surprisingly capable for what it is.
Thrusters offline.
Yeah, that's true, Score. Like, the multi-purpose ships tend to be easy to outfit in several different ways, so you can use them for anything, and that makes them very popular. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, that's about right, Gillen. But yeah, it is also the cheapest ship that can carry a fighter, that's true. Nuke, alright.
Thrusters offline.
Alright, now it's finally, after all this time, it's starting to heat up a little bit. Yeah, it does have the vectored thrusters on the outside of it, which are kind of cool. I wish more ships had those. Like, we have the variable geometry on the Diamondback Scout and the Diamondback Explorer. Like, why can't we have more awesome stuff like that?
Warning, temperature critical.
Yes, thing, I know.
Thrusters offline.
I know that too, because I turned them off. Alright.
Warning, temperature critical. Thrusters offline.
You hush it thing. Is it really? I didn't know the Panther Clipper had variable geometry.
Warning, temperature critical.
Yeah, we're trying to see how long it can stay in silent running. I'm trying to find a purpose for this thing, like something that it's like genuinely good at in some form.
Warning,
Scorb. I don't know. I somehow doubt that. I think that might be hearsay and rumor. Okay. Come on.
temperature critical. Thrusters offline.
I know the thrusters are offline. I turned them off. You know, even when it's almost at 100%, its heat still doesn't climb very quickly, at least when it's sitting still.
Warning, temperature critical.
Come on.
Scan detected. Warning, taking heat damage. Thermal signature.
Alright, that's about the limit there. I will go back and actually see how long these things lasted.
Thrusters online.
After this. How'd I get scanned? Well, I was at basically 100% heat. So, even when you're in silent running, if you're at high heat, you're still visible. A lot of people don't understand just how silent running really works. Like, all it does... Okay, say this is the area that you can be... Like, when you're powered up, etc., etc., and this is the circle in which you can be detected. All silent running does is shrink that circle to something, very small in comparison. Okay? You can still be targeted, you can still be scanned, but that circle in which it is possible is very, very small in comparison. Now, the higher your heat gets, the easier it is to target you, the bigger that circle gets. So even though your circle is this big when you're in silent running, when you get to high heat, that circle expands. So what usually was this goes to this, but then when you're at high heat, it goes to this. Does this make sense? Like these things, essentially, all of your sensors in this are heat-based for the most part, at least when it goes ship to ship. Exactly, heat sinks. And so this thing right now is not equipped with heat sinks whatsoever. Yeah, the heat sinks themselves will do the job just fine. I mean, you combine heat sinks with silent running, and you're flipping. You're like a stealth god. Like you will be invisible. Signature radius, yeah, pretty much. Okay, now we're moving around again. With all those modules turned off, we're going to hit silent running, and we're going to see what happens. Oh yeah, heat generation is definitely much higher. The thrusters on this thing generate a lot of heat. I'm not even pushing it that hard. Let's see what happens with a boost. Oh god. Yeah, boosting really hurts it. Yeah, we'll go and just turn it off. I feel like this thing would benefit from clean drives. No, not with dirty. Not with dirty. Definitely clean on this ship. If you want to go smuggling, it's definitely clean drive. Like, this thing's heat handling isn't bad, but it does heat up pretty good in silent running. So it's like, well, I'm not sure that it's overly good at silent running either. Yeah, Gillen, it does kind of think that we only have like CBA, etc. As far as like heat dissipation. Let's see. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn on all of its other modules again. Hey, well, I'm glad you're learning something, Scorb. Yeah, a lot of people use dirty anyway. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad idea. It just kind of depends on, you personally. Clean drives with this will still help immensely. I mean, granted, it's not going to be overly crazy, but it's not that. Alright, Nuke, we'll see you later, man. And if YouTube keeps being a pain in the butt, I might start streaming on Twitch for a while, and to see if YouTube ever fixes its crap. It kind of is, in a way, I suppose. The only Armored Core I ever played was 3. So, there's that. Alright, so... Yes, Gerb, I am. Alright, so we've pretty much found what this thing is kind of good at. I wonder if I can address those weaknesses a little bit with engineering. Is that a thing? Can we do that? I think we can. Oh, don't lie, Cajun. Hey, Chozo, what's going on, man? Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I don't have any rails on this. Alright, so... let's see... I think this thing could really use clean drives versus dirty. Specialized legacy firmware, conductive components. I need the conductive components. Don't have any of those. I should have plenty of specialized. Yes, got some of those. And unexpected emission data. I've got plenty of that. Holy shit. Was Armored Core 4 really that bad? It shows a, well, not a whole lot at the moment. I mean, you know. Yeah, you're pretty much seeing what I'm up to. Alright, so I have plenty of unexpected emission data. Holy shit. Legacy firmware. So we just need the conductive components. Cajun. If only. That would be funny. Okay. So that would be grade 3. 10. Abnormal. What the hell is that? I don't even think I've seen those before. But I have some of them. What? Do I have 10? I might have some 10. I do. Holy shit. Well, if I get conductive components, I can put clean drive 5s on this thing like right away. Holy crap. Unexpected emission sounds like flatulation. She had no idea what's coming. Yep. That's kind of the same thing I was thinking, actually. Alright, let's see. I'm thinking some overcharge 1 for this power plant might be a good idea. Let's see. Yeah. We'll just head to that planet there. We'll, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of sulfur. And see if we can, find some... Well, actually, Scorb, that's coming up in a couple of weeks. Either at the very end of this month or at the very beginning of September. One of the two. Oh, GN. That sucks. That's gonna take a while. Well, I guess that depends how many laptops you have. You know, the Type 7 does have a very... I don't know, it has a very neat utilitarian look to it that I do kind of like. But other than that, I don't really know. Okay. Underinflated Type 9. Alright, I kind of like that. That's funny. Alright, so... we're going to pick up some sulfur.
Orbital flight engaged.
Skinny space cow. You know, it kind of feels that way, doesn't it? I mean, it's a Type 7. I mean, it's pretty much space cow already anyway, so... turns way too well to be related to the Type 9. I mean, it turns okay. I mean, I guess in comparison to the Type 9, though, anything is good. You know, anything is better. Turn circles around the cutter. Nah. I don't think it would. I think the cutter might actually, you know, hold its own against the T7. At least I suspect so anyway.
Landing gear deployed.
Come on. Come on, damn it. Oh, fine. I'll go up here instead. There we go. Doesn't it look like the brain bug? It doesn't look anything like the brain bug. Oh, I need to turn that thing on, don't I? That would help. Yeah, Cutter and I don't get along as far as dancing. Alright, we will just go ahead and dismiss you. Alright, let's find some sulfur. No, it's not. We're fine. Everything's fine. Da 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 da. Yeah, the Orca's turning radius really isn't that bad, considering. Da, da, da. Imperial ships are not designed to compensate federal pilots. That's a good one. Yeah, see, I don't know, I like ships that handle well. Sulfur! Come back here. Come to me. Yes. Ooh, molybdenum. Take that. Some of my rifle barrels are lined with that stuff. Yeah, it's only 0.14 G, so it's pretty light. Ooh, ooh. And this is an icy world too, so it's a little slick. They're teasing me. Hanging up in the air like that. It's cruel and unusual. Come on. Put a spring in my step. Same old saying that applies to boat owners. What saying is that? It feels bad, Cajun. It feels bad. Yeah, let's see. Ooh. Man, this thing, it's really out to please today. Sulfur everywhere. I approve. Come on, dang it. There we go. Oh, looky there. Stupid cops, go away. Shoo! Shoo! You know, my grandpa on my mom's side lived next to a lake and had a boat down on his dock. And he never complained about it. Never. At least not that I can remember. Oh, oh. You know, I'm just going to point this out there. That's a pretty awesome view. I just happened to look up and notice this, but that's kind of a neat view from here. And where's this start? Yeah, it's off that direction somewhere. No, no, no. Up. There we go. And bingo. Screenshot. I love screenshots. I know, right? That is the one thing that you can get with Elite that you can't really get with other games, is some pretty awesome views. Needs to see the right. Come on. Oh. All this ice makes this really slick and very tricky. I pretty much landed on top of the damn thing. Yeah, Chris Wu is a heck of a pilot. I mean, and Molly Bend, no sulfur this time. You butts. Do I need chromium? I don't think so. I don't think I need any of that, really. Alright, off we go. Uh, 500 plus hours of gameplay for 60 bucks. Yeah, with this game, I'm pushing 2,000 hours now. We're getting there. There's actually, I have never played a game for more than 2,000 hours before. Never. None of them. I'm pretty sure Elite's gonna be the first. I mean, well, it kind of happens when you don't have anything else to do. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Well, even 712 hours is quite a bit, really. Ooh, metallic meteorite. Perfect. Maybe we'll get some of the good stuff off this one. Yeah, see, I think I've got like 400 some odd in Skyrim. Which, I mean, really isn't that much, all things considered here. A lot of phosphorus there. Germanium, selenium. Yeah, not too interested in those. Yeah, so that's kind of the thing. Like, with Elite, you're really better off, like, just playing when you are in the mood for things. Like, if you try and force yourself to do things, like, it's really easy to get burnt out on it. It really, really is. $606 hours in Fallout 4. I mean, seems like a lot. But I've never played it, so... Come on. There we go. There we go. Forward, steel horse! You have materials to find. $2,917. Good lord, DFG. You've got more than me. You know, I'll take that cadmium. $622 in Fallout 4. You know, a lot of people say that they like the game. But I have yet to play it. More cadmium. Somebody knows what I want today. Sulfur and cadmium. Good stuff. $1,285 in Space Engineers. That's quite a bit. That's a game that I haven't played yet. I really should play it though, huh? Alright. More sulfur, please. Holy crap. Almost 7,800 hours. That is a lot. Jesus. Whoop. Well, that was a little underwhelming. It's not flying, it's falling with style. Physics-induced turning. Yes. Da-da-da! Oh, come on. Well then. Come on, come on. Get control of yourself here. I'm unnecessarily high for no reason. There we go. Haha! I survived. Feels good, man. Can't claim something is sex. You know, you can claim that it doesn't mesh with you. Which is exactly what I say about the cutter. Because I don't fully understand it, and I can't even take the time to learn it because the ship and I just don't get along. Alright. Ooh, there we go. Finally got something showing up on the radar here. Da 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 da. And I bet that's it right there. I'm an attack helicopter. Fear me. Ha ha ha! Let's see, carbon, chromium, yeah, not interested. Oh, it's majestic. This is what happens when I get in an SRV. This is how I entertain myself when I'm material hunting. I pretend I'm an attack helicopter and I shoot all the things from the air. Iron. Well, I guess that's one way to get iron. There we go, I got some more sulfur. How much sulfur do I have now? 20? We'll get some more. I'm not convinced that's enough yet. The only thing twitchier than a vulture is the Imperial Courier. I don't know. The Courier is not very twitchy. It's very smooth. Very deliberate. The Imperial Eagle can throw itself around a lot better than the Courier can. You want to talk about twitchy, like it's definitely that thing. Onward, steel horse! There is fuckery to spread. Oh, uh-oh. Ooh. Come on, come on. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, the FDL, I don't know why, but at least for me, and I'm wondering if this is the same for you guys, the way it handles just meshes with the way I fly very well. And it has the power distributor to back up, you know, what I require out of it. Alright. There we go. Iron. Sulfur! Come back here. You can't get away from me. And bingo. Alright, down the hill we go. Well, it's just the canopy. Virtually all of them are offset, you know, with the exception of ones like the Sidewinder, Eagle, Courier, and the Conda. And the Corvette falls under that list too. Those are some of the few that actually have center, you know, like centered pilot seats. No, the Cobra's offset. Cobra's offset, it's not centered. Yeah, you're not gonna catch me mining. Sorry. Yee-hee-hee! Alright, let's see what else in here. Oh, I'll grab that cadmium, I guess. You know, you actually... It used to bug me when I first started piloting it too. But I actually end up using it now to help me like center myself. It's interesting how that's worked out over time. Skimmers. It's wanted. What are you guys protecting? There's a little base here. They're wanted. Alright, fair enough. It's time to shoot some skimmers. Oh, really? So many rocks. So many! Yeah, I'll get this guy first. He's closer. Come on. Oh, really? Alright, fine. Let me get up close and personal here. Why is the tracking so slow? Hey. We're working on getting some materials to mod it right now. In its stock form, it's meh. Intel package? Really? All that for an Intel package? Lame! Yeah, stock isn't all that great. I mean, if you're in a wing, it'll do just fine. But by itself, not so much. It's not really fast enough to get away from combat ships that can destroy it. Does it shine in any areas in its stock form? Not particularly. I mean, it handles decently well, but that's about the only thing it's really got going for it. But even then, its handling is very dependent on your pips. So your pip management's got to be on point. If it's not, you're going to have some problems. Oh, we're going to work on addressing some of these issues with engineering. At least that's the idea. Yeah, the Asp Explorer's thrusters are better as far as aesthetics. I will agree with you there, 100%. Da-da-da. Oh, so many rocks there. There we go. And there's another one off this direction. More sulfur! Yeah, it kind of does look unfinished in a way. It's like it's missing something. There's some sulfur. Alright, Gillen, we'll see you later, man. Take it easy. Hate to see you leave, but love to watch you go. Yeah, the backside of the Asp Explorer, anyway, is definitely its best feature. You'll get no argument from me on that one. You mean No Man's Lie? I don't know, let me know what it's like, because if it ever is worth buying, then maybe, just maybe, I'll look into it, but... The one that I'm looking forward to the most, as far as, you know, make or break time, is Star Citizen 3.0. Downhill. It's basically 3.0 is when I decide if I'm going to bother following the game and its development anymore, or if I'm just going to write it off as being junk. Yeah, it's the less multiplayer part that worries me. I kind of like the multiplayer aspect. Yeah, but I don't want it easier. As a matter of fact, I want, like, Elite, I want Elite to be harder. Like, NPCs, no fun. Players, too salty. Come on, where are you at? There we go. There's still another one. Where'd it go? Oh, is it behind me? Oh, nope, it's in front of me. God dang it. Yeah, that's one of the things I was not too pleased with about No Man's Sky as well. Yeah, it's got atmospheric planets, but at the same time, like, it just looks so niche. And all of that, you know, new life forms that no one else has seen before still looks like the very same thing that you just looked at on another planet. And come on, damn it. There we go. Climbing hills on a freaking icy planet is annoying and not the easiest thing to do. Docking is a joke? How so? Actually, I'm curious now because I've never played it, so I want to know. Oh, come on. Wish No Man's Sky had manual docking. What, is it all automatic? Where's the fun in that? It's like a permanent docking computer? That's no fun. Come on, thing. Alright, which way is the ground pointed here? Carbon. Sulfur. Here we go. Ta-da! I think auto dock, but all the time. That's kind of annoying. Docking computer works. Yeah, the one that we have here in Elite works just fine. I've never had any problems with it for the most part. I mean, keyword here for the most part. If I do something weird, then yeah, it'll bug out a little bit, but I've never had any of the problems that other people have as far as the docking computer goes. Oh, come on, don't you even start doing that. Well, to be fair, docking in Elite really isn't hard. I mean, it really isn't. The only reason it looks remotely difficult is because of, you know, gamer impatience is the most diplomatic way I can think of to put it. Oh, come on, you. Come on, up we go! Up we go! Ha ha! I don't even use the docking computer with the Beluga. And it's not really even hard with the big ships though either. Like, as I said, it's really just down to, for the most part, and from what I have seen, just people being impatient and wanting things done like that. Just bam, bam, bam. Yeah. And while I can understand that, yeah, Elite is not a game where, you know, instant is a thing. I mean, just look at ship transfers. That's a perfect example. Ah! Ship transfers. Ugh. Why ever manually land a ship? Because you can use that power and module slot for something that's worthy. Or something that'll keep you alive. Truex, it's not the Asp X, it's the Asp Scout. Big difference. There we go. A little bit more sulfur. Oh, come on. Get off the damn... There we go. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Well, the cost is based on how much it costs to actually build the ship itself. Oh, come on. Really? Turn around, you hunk of junk. Come on. I hate icy worlds so much. Yeah, the Scout is not particularly good at any one thing, though, as we have just found out earlier today. Come on, you're almost there, you stupid thing. Really? Alright, I'm gonna write that one off as lost. Because this thing is fighting way too much to be worth it. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going down there. And bingo. Da 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 da. Yeah, manually landing is typically faster than the docking computer. That's true. Kind of depends on the person, though. Some people can do it easily. Others need to practice it a bit because they're too used to the docking computer. There we go. And that is how we climb hills in Elite. Ah! Ooh, metallic meteorite. Ooh, looks like there's more than one. Yes. Come on. Yes, Phil. I'm kind of gathering up sulfur for the most part because we're going to do some grade 1 overcharge on the power plant. And while I'm at it, I'm also grabbing the cadmium that shows up here because I'm going to need that for some other stuff later on as well. hit this one first. Some more sulfur. Well, I grabbed that chromium without meaning to. That's alright. And... yeah, there it is. I knew I saw it on the list. And... ta-da! There we go. Okay, now, how much sulfur do I have? Go down... 41. Alright, that's enough. Hey, Phil Barlow. Appreciate the sub, man. Welcome to the stream and the channel. Alright, so... come on down. Failboat, where are you at? Come on, Failboat. Alright, Momoka, we'll see you later, man. Have fun at that doctor's appointment. And we will definitely try to save the Asp. We'll see what can be done. I've not given up on it yet. I feel like with engineering it might actually be worthy, but you never know. You never know. Oh, come on, thing. Haha, Chozo. There are no victims here. Only awesome people. Alright, let's see. Can I cross this chasm? Can I do it? Probably not. Yeah, definitely not. We're gonna be a little short. Da 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 da. And ta-da! Alright, up we go. Alright. Now. Da 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 da, galaxy map. Let's take this thing down to Deciate real quick. And step one is going to be to get this thing some extra power. It's going to need that more than just about anything else. At least to begin with. Ah, and that boo sound is still so anemic. That's gonna drive me bonkers. Alright. Da 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 da. Alright, so what do you guys think? Will engineering save this thing, or is it doomed to failure? I wish to know what you guys think. Oh, I appreciate it, Phil. You want to see it hull tanked? I'm not sure that it'll really do well as a pure hull tank. I think, I don't know, just from what I've seen, I think it will be better suited as a hybrid shield hull tank, just like the Faz is. I mean, that's my initial thought. Hull tank modded plasma. I mean, I can do the modded plasma. In fact, I've got plasma hiding around somewhere that's modded. Oh no, they're killable, Flynn. You just have to know how to do it. Fortunately, that's something I know how to do. Yeah, that's kind of true, Chris. I think the Asp Scout, I feel... Oh no. No. This thing, clean drive. The reason I say that is because this thing, it is so large and it's not very fast to begin with. So silent running and things that are going to make it harder to hit, I think, are going to benefit it more than anything else. At least that's my initial thoughts. Yeah, it's all stock stuff right now. You know, A-rate modules, blah 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 blah. Two pulse lasers, two multi cannons. No, 2 burst lasers, not pulses. 2 burst lasers. Bi-weave shield, because it doesn't have very strong shields. Like just period. It just doesn't have shield strength. So having that regen is going to help it, especially because it only has 2 utility mounts. I mean, shield boosters I don't think are going to help it a whole lot. I don't think they're going to, yeah, it's kind of a waste. Its survivability I don't think is going to be as good. It'd be better off with chaff. Yeah, it's kind of half of everything. Oh, now, its thermal handling capabilities aren't actually all that bad. It does pretty well there. So, it has some potential in stealth, which is kind of what I'm working towards. That's why I want to move. That's why I said clean drive instead of dirty, because when this thing is in silent running, its thrusters generate quite a bit of heat, so I'm hoping that clean drives will help with that. Oh yeah, I definitely prefer the Vulture over this thing too. I mean, there's no question. Like, none. You know, for like traders, it clean drives just fine. Shielded FSD, maybe at some point, but I mean, I'm not gonna bother with FSD mods on this thing for the most part. It's more of testing its other capabilities. Like its FSD capabilities, we pretty much know. I mean, that's not in question. It's its actual real-world performance in other areas that it gets knocked for all the time. I'm not too fussed about FSD mods right now. I mean, technically yes, but at the same time, certain things work better. And I can translate NPC damage to something like I can get a rough idea of what this thing is like in PvP. And right now, I don't like in stock form. No way, no way, no how. This thing's shields go down way too easily against NPCs, and it doesn't have the hull strength to back it up. And its canopy is very vulnerable. Very vulnerable. So it certainly didn't lose that trait from the Asp Explorer, that's for sure. So there is still some room for this thing to improve. And Combat T7, like, I can see that being neat, but not very practical. I mean, PvE it'll work. I mean, if you really want it to, you can make it work. PvP against people who know what they're doing, I don't know. I don't think it has the firepower for it. Nor does it really have the speed. It's not particularly fast. The Battle Beluga. Fill it with hull reinforcements and ram people? Yeah. Except for it's not fast enough. Like, it's not a fast ship. Yeah, exactly, Flynn. Yeah, Asp Scout, I don't know. I really don't think that I don't see it being capable in PvP. I just don't think it has enough punch. Nor does it have the survivability. It's too big of a target and it's too slow. If it was faster, then maybe. Maybe. As it stands now, it's way too large. The Cobra is actually more viable in PvP because of its extremely thin profile. Makes it very difficult to hit. And it's a lot faster. Hey, Phoenix, welcome back, man. What are you up to? Well, the Asp Scout doesn't really have heat issues, not unless you're trying to use silent running. Mine's viable on this thing? The class 1 slots maybe, depending on which way the mine launchers are facing, but the Scout just, it doesn't have the speed. At least not right now. It just doesn't have it. Oh, that's horseshit. You piece of junk. Okay, now... Da, 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 da. Come on, there we go. Yeah, Chozo, I'm really considering moving all of my streaming over to Twitch. Simply because of the way YouTube has been with all of its streaming. Like, it just doesn't work. There's too much buffering. Well, not really buffering, but like, it just stops sending data to people. Like, I don't know what their problem is, but they really need to fix it. Big time. Froze your entire browser? That seems more like an issue with Flash Player. Flash Player has been misbehaving lately, too. Yeah, Chrome seems to work so much better for some things.
Lakon Papa Alpha Romeo commencing automated flight control routine. Please observe docking protocols.
Well, Kiro Kenshi, I bet they can. I just think that
Pad 04.
they either don't have the money or they don't have the ability to do it on their own. I'm not sure
Landing gear deployed.
which is which right now. It really makes me wonder, like, just how much, what is wrong with YouTube? I don't know. They haven't said a word,
Engaging ship restraints.
and I don't think they're going to either. That's another one of the issues I have with them, is they don't say anything to us. All right, power plant. Overcharged. I've got 41 sulfur. Let's make this work. Hey, no problem, Phil. Feel free to stop in anytime, man. Yeah, at least they're consistent. I mean, kinda.
Power plant capacity exceeded. Machines online.
Hey, Innocent, what's going on, man? Alright, I'll take that.
Power plant capacity exceeded. Machines online.
I mean, I don't know that consistent is really the word I would use for it, though. Oh. Yeah, that heat generation, no. No, thank you. Boredom is what's going on. That I understand. Ooh, no. Absolutely not. Oh, that's tempting. Currently 13,000 light years out, headed to Sagittarius. Tips for beating space madness. Watch live streams, watch movies, talk to people. Every time I go out on a long trip, I'm always live streaming. So I have you guys to talk to, and that's how I keep myself entertained and focused. Like, back at the beginning of May, I went all the way from Seoul, well, not Seoul, I started at Shinrarta Desert and went all the way to Beagle Point in one go, non-stop, on stream, and talking to you guys. So, and it worked. It worked pretty well, actually. It was fun. This roll, though, I am torn. Miguel's stuff is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Do you want to sell your DBX for a vulture? I don't know, HCI. I don't know, man. $1848. That's a lot of power. All right. Screw it, you're doing it. Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yeah, it is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I wish his music suited like what I do a little bit more, because I would play it on stream, etc., etc. But at least at the moment, yeah, I can't really justify it, at least not yet. Ooh, there we go. 1713, overall heat efficiency, so it's slightly lower. Alright, I'll take that one because that heat efficiency is what I need. Bingo. Okay, engines. Can I even do any? Dirty one. Clean one. I mean, yeah, we'll just throw a quick clean one on here. Whoa, look at that. Optimal mass increase. Ever so frickin' slight, but that's kind of funny. 105, thermal load. I'll take it. Yeah, he has asked, yeah, he has said something about it before as far as, you know, like playing the stuff on stream and that. And he doesn't seem to have any issue with us doing it. I mean, the thing is, like, it just doesn't fit with me. Marcel, we are going to find out. I mean, here's the thing. In its stock form, it's not overly good at anything, really. It's nah. But I feel like there's for everything that it can do, there's better choices. So right now, what we're doing is we're engineering it right now to see if, and trying to address some of its weaknesses to see, you know, if it can possibly be any better in some areas. You got ideas for a week-long event? An entire week? Good lord. Better power draw, better thermal load. I don't think that optimal mass is going to matter a whole lot, because that's only a few tons. Better integrity. Yeah, we'll go with that. It will drive me bananas. Why will it drive me bananas? Can't address something on a half-ass ship? Well, you can try, and that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Whoa, hello. Ooh, and that's really close. Alright, fair enough. I'll take that. We'll use that. It'll be even more half-ass ship. Okay, we'll stick with that for the time being. Can I do anything to these sensors? I can lightweight one them. Yeah, sure, why not? Not like it's gonna do much, but yeah, screw it. $296,000 light years. In what? I mean, that's a long distance, but as long as it's not like stupid, like I'm not doing that in I'm not doing that in like a combat Corvette. Absolutely not. Yeah, Conda I could do. But I have to question, like, what is the purpose? Like, what am I doing? Am I circumventing the galaxy, or what am I doing? I'm confused. Please explain. Alright, so we'll leave that. Now. Yeah, I was gonna say I would do something about that. Let's see. Alright, conductive ceramics. That's what I need. Conductive ceramics. Alright. Let's see. Let's find us an anarchy system nearby. Let's see, where's government? There we go. There's a couple out there. That's low pop. Come on. Really? These anarchy systems are all... Yeah, we'll head over there. Why not? Play with your condo some more and get it fitted. Thinking about giving it a try yourself? You're crazy. I'm assuming it's galactic circumnavigation. It's the only thing that makes sense in my mind. Okay, yeah, so it's a little bit faster now with that.
Disengaging automated flight control routine.
Not too bad.
Travel commander.
It definitely needs to be faster though. Nice. Alright, we're gonna get some altitude. Then we're gonna go kill some trade ships, get some conductive ceramics. Wax it. Oh, yeah, of course, it's a half-ass ship. I mean, the point is to see if we can make this thing worth something, somehow. Right? That's the entire point of this. And we'll see. I mean, I just don't know if it's gonna work. We'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. 53 light years of 6 Olympus? That's not too bad. You know what it works for? A giant paperweight. You know, if you get up to 70 light years, you're doing good. I mean, mine gets 67 as it stands right now. If I completely strip it down, it's 67. That's the most I can. That seems to be about the most I can get out of it right now. Overpriced Sidewinder, I wouldn't put it quite that way. It's more like it's like a ship that wants to be a Diamondback Scout, but is not a Diamondback Scout. It's like the best way I can put it. It's too big. It's too slow. And that's really all there is to it. I think the Diamondback Scout has more utility slots on it too. That's another drawback. It's just not there. I don't need to get rid of it. It needs a little bit of love to get it to a place where it might actually be useful. I don't know what they were trying, like what role they were trying to fill with this, because they once said that they had a vision for each ship, and like something it was supposed to be able to do, like some kind of role. And Asp Scout, like, I don't get it. Ha! Oxy approved pun, Phoenix. Oxy approved. Alright, there is... Hey, look at that. There's a system named Kappa. The Asp Explorer, not the Scout. The Scout didn't come in until patch 1.5, as I recall. I'll tell you what, if you can get me a suitable PogChamp, I'll add it to the Discord server. Got left out of the gene pool. Sounds about right. Hauler! Perfect. Come here, come here. Captain Stern, you about to die.
Target destroyed.
Conductive ceramics, damn it, not components. Pretty sure it's ceramics anyway. Yeah, it's ceramics. You turd. Well, I have some of the
Scan detected.
ceramics, but a few more might be a good idea. Actually, you know what? How many ceramics? 10. How much tin do I have? Actually, that's a better question. 23. Yeah, I could use some more.
Scan detected.
Yeah, there's. See, it's just not right. It's just not right. So much no involved in that right now. Abnormal compact emissions data. How much of that do I have? Only 6? Alright.
Scan detected.
Let's see. Yeah, abnormal compact, conductive ceramics, 10. That's only 6? Yeah, yuck. Well, I'm gonna do a few rolls. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I don't have the patience to sit here and farm this stuff for a while, so we're just gonna head straight down there. 'Cause why not? Da 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 da. Come on. There we go. Yeah, we're just gonna head straight down there. Screw it. Oh, this will be interesting. Da-da-da-da-da. Although I'm not sure that applies to this ship.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah. Alright, so let's see.
4, 3, 2.
Alright, so I'm curious. What kinds of things would you guys like to see me do in Elite? Would you guys like to see me actually do PvP, like actual PvP at the community goals? Is that something you guys want? Or would like to see? Yeah, that is the FDL's major drawback. No Type 9 PvP. I'm not going to engineer one of those things. It's going to take way too long. So many modules. Self-destruct. I mean, maybe later. I might do that at the end of the stream, just, you know, in protest of the ship's sorry state. Mining marathon? Why mining marathon? Does anyone even want to actually watch mining? Would you guys even think that's fun?
4, 3, 2.
Kill griefers at CG. See, that's more like it. That's a real suggestion. Make sure mining is on it. What is your guys' obsession with making me go mine? Like, you guys really... You guys can't possibly think that would actually be fun. So in other words, my pain is your pleasure? Hey, Spud. Yeah, been a while, man. How you been? Dun-dun-dun. All right, time to go.
Fuel scooping complete.
And generally, yes. Yeah, fair enough. I guess that's why the drunk stream thing is popular, hey? Speaking of which, donation goal is up. You guys want a drunk stream this weekend? You know what to do. All necessary links and other various links in the stream description. Wasn't a good idea during the stream? I mean, nah. Well, again, Phoenix, you have to have moderator to be able to do it. Oh. You know, post it in the Discord. Started back at uni. Yeah, university, college tends to do that to people. I remember how much, like, just how little free time I used to have when I was taking college classes myself. And my ex, for that matter, too. She was, my God, she was crazy. Full-time status. Full-time status here in the States is 12 credit hours per semester. And she was taking anywhere between 16 and a half up to 20 credit hours per semester. It was absolutely bonkers. I still... Like, I know why she did that, but my God, it used to drive me insane. $19, holy shit. Yeah, screw that. Well, for her, she was, okay, to explain, my ex got in on an academic scholarship. The scholarship would only last for 4 years, and that was it. And it was like an actual university. It was stupidly expensive. So for her, she wanted to make sure that all of her classes were paid for by the scholarship. Even split between T9 PvP and T9 PvP. Oh God, you guys. So she nice, useless. Yeah, so she wanted to make sure that all of her classes fit within that 4-year time span that that was, you know, covered by her scholarships. So yeah, it was. I understand why she did it, but my God, it used to drive me frickin' batshit crazy. It really did. Because then there I was trying to do my classes, and yeah, it was, yeah, that was a cluster. I got stressful. I was working full-time plus overtime hours when needed, taking classes, and then she was taking, you know, 18-ish credit hours a semester. It was nuts. Jar Jar is love, Jar Jar is life. Jar Jar is not love, nor is he life. He is sacrilegious, blasphemy, and should never have existed, ever. And Innocent, if you're still watching, don't you even bring up those sound clips, because those are taken out of context. T9 PvP is taking the lead. Why? No. Why is T9 PvP in the lead? Why? Jar Jar's the biggest budget waste yet. I know! And what's bad is he also had the most screen time out of any character in that entire movie. You heard nothing, Kiro Kenshi. You heard nothing at all. Someone needs to form a cult worshipping Jar Jar. Oh, no. Please don't give anyone that idea. Please, no. Go for it, Phoenix. Yeah, it probably is. I'm sure somebody has done that somewhere. Now, the question is where? I mean, that mystery, I hope, never gets solved. Some things are better left undone and unsaid, unfound, forever buried, and never to be brought up again. Yeah. Kansas is better off left, you know, unmentioned, unfound. This state. Sometimes I wonder why I moved back here. Da-da-da-da. All the jumps just for Clean Drive 5. I hope you guys appreciate the dedication here. Gonna love it? Oh boy. Oh, that is glorious. Oh, that is amazing. Who did that? Who did that? Seriously, who did that? That is amazing. Be the first to get interdicted and a hyperdicted in an Asp Scout. I mean, oh, I don't know. Nuke and Samson did those. Oh, that's perfect. Those are amazing. Oh my god, that is great. Yeah, with my luck though, Flynn, I will never get hyperdicted again after we originally started getting hyperdicted back in January. Yeah, I just don't think it's gonna happen. I've been down in this area plenty, you know, since then, and I've never been hyperdicted again. No, it feels bad, man. They don't like me anymore. Like, it feels like they divorced me, but they didn't even send me the papers. focus their attention on Yamix. You know, I saw Yamix pop into voice chat for a minute yesterday. The boy in Harley. I don't know. You'd have to ask Plater. Like, did he tell his minions to leave me alone, or what happens there? As far as I'm aware, there's no issues. But it feels like it feels like the Thargoids are like purposely avoiding me right now, and I don't know why. It feels bad. Wasn't Nuke's fault. Respawn? Why are you blaming Respawn? Choso. Alright, man. Take it easy. Feels bad now? Feels bad. Yeah, you know, I am looking forward to actually like being like in a conflict with them. Like I want them to shoot me. Please, Thargoids, shoot me. Let me be the first. Please. It would be fun. I want to shoot the Thargoids. I want them to shoot me. It will be an epic battle. There will be many songs sung of this battle. It would be glorious. Not really. It'd still be fun though. Especially if it happens on stream. Ooh. Yes. Yes. They get completely wrecked by Thargoids. I won't even be mad. Not at all. But that's like half the fun though. Like I know I'm gonna die. But that's what makes it fun. If I make any headroom at all, worth it. Absolutely worth it. Type 9 PvP wins? Why? Why? Oh. Oh, you guys are torturous, you know that? I'm not even sure how to build one for PvP. I'll have to give that some thought. Oh yeah, you see, you can't have a vote where it's just Type 9 PvP and that's all there is. That's not a vote at all. That's not democracy. That's a rigged election. That's a rigged election. It's rigged. Hashtag rigged. It's like voting for Ron Paul and getting Trump. Fair and square. You sound like Fox News, where it's fair and balanced, but it's really not. And the same could be said of every news station out there. No. Don't think I'm just picking on Fox, because the others are just as bad. Ooh, that's nice and bright. You go to you're required to launch your conduit into the black hole. Why?
Fuel scooping complete.
I feel like I need to ask why. It's a tradition. Oh, tradition is good. Hey, Plater, what's going on, man?
4, 3, 2, 1.
I was just telling them how I haven't been hyperdicted since January, the day they first started happening. And I felt like the Thargoids divorced me, but they didn't even send me the... Like, they didn't even send divorce papers. It feels bad, man. I know. See, you're the supreme ploy. Like, why would they hyperdict you? Did you tell them, like, this is your doing, isn't it? You told them to leave me alone. I blame you. Hashtag blame Plater. Only other option now is Yamix. Has he not been hyperdicted? Like, is that a thing? Did he not get hyperdicted? Yeah, I might ask him to see if he's been hyperdicted anytime recently, or if he's been hyperdicted at all, for that matter. Yeah, those pictures are pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I know, that was so... Oh, I was so mad. It was the absolute worst time for a game crash. Phoenix. That is amazing. That is amazing. You got chain hyperdicted? I haven't been hyperdicted for a long time. Not since January. I got hyperdicted twice that night, and never again since then.
Orbital flight engaged.
Phoenix. Nah. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Actually, it'll be funny. I'll laugh. So will everybody else. Worth it? Yes. Definitely. Hey, Black Skull, what's going on, man? And don't worry, all you've missed is just a bunch of fail. Like, completely fail, like, fail boat, and lots of it. Alright, are you having issues, capital ship? Yes, it is. Look at that capital ship. It's having issues. It's having some problems. "12 times in a row? Holy crap. Stooped lower than a Sidewinder. I don't know about that. Yeah, this thing is having some issues. It's a ship that forgot how to ship. Like, it's going backwards. Oh, you poor Federals. I almost feel bad.
Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 07.
Can't be that bad? Yeah, I don't know.
Landing gear deployed.
What the hell? Come on. There we go. What is Oxy's favorite power? What do you mean by power?
Procedure completed. Ship secured. Greetings, Commander.
The navigator is asleep at the wheel. Sounds about right. Alright. A little bit of restock, a little bit of refuel. Alright, Palin. I'm gonna put you to work. I can do dirty 4. Nah. Clean 5. Here we go. I got 6 rolls. Let's see what happens with clean 5. Yeah, I'm currently aligned with Denton, but that's just because I want the APAs. That is the only reason. Literally the only reason. 6.2. That power draw sucks. That's not bad though. We'll go ahead and apply it. Alright, we'll roll this again here. Hello. That is amazing. Virtually no loss in optimal mass. Thermal load 0.93. That's, I can live with that. Overroll. Alright, yeah, we will definitely apply this one. Yo, looky there, even better. Thermal load next to nothing. Ooh boy. Yes. All of the yes. I'm having good luck with these. I still got 3 more rolls. Let's do it! I can't imagine I'm gonna beat the roll that I've got. There's no way. If I get another roll that's better than that, I'll be very surprised. Yeah, see, I think we're about as good as we're gonna get here. Yep. Yep, good as we're gonna get. Alright. Oh, now. Let's go down to the outfitting real quick. Doesn't want to activate, keep sending you to the shop. That's weird. Yeah, I was about to say, did you get a new installation of Windows 10, or how did you go about this? 383 boost speed. Okay, so it's a decent bit faster. Work volume license. They may have shut down that license key. Is it like the volume licenses? They can only be used so many times. Yeah, and once that particular key gets used that number of times, you know, it gets shut down. I mean, if it's being used at your work, I mean, yeah, there's a good chance that it may actually be expired, or has reached its limit. Alright, so 383. What is... we'll look at that. Pitch rate, 51.03 degrees per second. Roll, 140.32. Yaw, 19.13. It's actually not bad. My Fer-de-Lance actually doesn't pitch much faster than that, at least not on paper. Probably about 10 degrees per second or so. Maybe a little bit more. But still, 51.03 degrees per second. That's not bad. It's not bad. That's actually faster than the Taipan. Taipan is 45? I think so. I think it's 45. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I don't think I have any FSD stuff. Yeah, nothing for increased range. I could do 3 if I had some chemical processors, but yeah, whatever. Okay, now that we've done that, let's head back to the bubble. That's a pretty good little ways. Oh, God, yes. That's going to take a little while. Alright. We're going to jump all the way back to Shinrarta. And then once we get there, that'll actually... yeah, by the time we get there, it'll be pretty much time to end the stream for today.
Ship released. Departure authorized.
Yeah, you might have to get another license, Kyokenchi. I mean... which sucks, but... oh, God, what is it? Actually, you know what? Before I forget, I will link a video. I've not actually tried it, so I don't know how well this works, but Windows 10 for... Alright, I'm gonna link it in the chat here in a minute. Cause yeah, it's... I don't know if it still works. You might check it to see. But there you go. I put the link there in the chat. And check it out, see if it works. I mean, it's cheap. I've not actually tried it, so I don't know if it works, but... I don't even know what it is, because I haven't watched the video, I just remember seeing it. It's a heck of a lot cheaper than going out to like Newegg or Best Buy or something and buying it that way, that's for dang sure. Yeah, I mean, let me know if it works, because if it works, whenever I get around to building a second PC that will run like all of my storage and video rendering, that kind of nonsense, I might actually do that for myself too, assuming it actually works or still works. You know, just depending on what exactly it is, because I honestly don't know. Oh, nice, bud. Oh, God.
Fuel scooping complete.
Is it, Spud? As I said, I haven't actually watched the video, so I don't know precisely what it is. But, I mean, if it works, it works. Ooh, who might argue? Especially, like, cheap operating system, best operating system. As long as it's compatible with all my stuff, which, you know, Windows 10 most certainly is.
4, 3,
Linux, not so much. So many B-class stars around here.
fuel scooping complete.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, there you have it. Truex says he's used it, and they all work. So, ta-da! Yeah, I was gonna say 30 is an awful lot. I was gonna ask, like, what are you doing? Ooh, that could be useful, Kirakenshi. You did anything there? Yeah, like it just, I don't know. It seems like a good price. Like I wish I had known about it before I went to go buy Windows 10 a couple years ago. Yeah, that'd have been nice. That'd have been really nice, actually. And I think, how much did I pay for Windows 10? Like, $100, give or take, somewhere around there. Because I needed it right that instant, so I ended up going to Best Buy. Like the day, the day I bought it, I just went to Best Buy, like here in town. I have a love-hate relationship with that store. They have some of the things that I need, but at the same time, they're missing a lot of the things that I actually want as well. It's really annoying. $29 for Elite with Horizons? Oh, no, we'll just round it to 30. That's not bad, considering. I wonder, how do the private sellers get their hands on cheap keys like that? Like, how does it work? Like, does Frontier, like, hand them out for, like, cheap? For, like, $10, and then... Like, how does this work? How does this work? Like, I'm curious now.
4, 3, 2,
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, Spud. I mean, I suppose that's possible, Flynn, but I still... Buying in mass from sales, like on the Steam and Humble and sitting on them, you know, I could see people doing that. I really could. Or if maybe, yeah, like maybe if they had won it in a giveaway or something, I can see that too, but... I mean, still, it's interesting though, like, Inquiring minds and all that. Yeah, I mean, it definitely works. I've never done it myself because I don't have the patience for it. I mean, that, and I never know like good prices on things. I just kind of buy when I buy, knowing like an approximate baseline price for what I want to pay for things, and that's usually what I stick with. As a consumer, I'm not so good at the other side of things, really. Although, I will say, when I was building and making that build list for Black Skull a few days ago, it did get me thinking that maybe, just maybe, I could build PCs for people on the side. Maybe like put up a website and put up some like pre-built options and, you know, give people the ability to customize them a little bit to their tastes, and then just kind of, you know, build some PCs for people that way. Hey, no worries, Black Skull. No worries at all. Like, here's the thing. You guys help me a lot. Okay? All the donations that you guys give, you know, I know that we only set the target at 80 bucks a week, but that 80 bucks a week helps me out way more than you guys realize. Way more than you guys realize. So, yeah, like little things like that is just only part of what I can do to say thank you. Like, you guys. I mean, yeah, you guys are the reason that I keep coming back to this. I mean, so, thank you guys. Don't thank me, thank yourselves. I'm just trying to show my appreciation in what few ways I can. And if that means, yeah, helping you guys put together a build list for a computer, okay, I can do that. And I've been building computers for, Jesus, 20 odd years now. Yeah, almost 20 years now. So I know what I'm doing. The only thing that I haven't done is like the, yeah, Phoenix. That's kind of where I went with that build, I believe. So in fact, give me a second, and I will I'll pull up the build list. Well, okay, so I didn't write what the things were. Okay, I ended up going with the 1600, the Ryzen 1600, Ryzen 5 1600. And the reason for that is I built it so you could go up in price or down in price. It's basically a straight down the middle, like middle of the road thing. Like just that way you can change a couple of things to make it a bit cheaper if you need to, or you can change some things and make it a little bit stronger and a little bit more expensive should you want to. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I gotta refresh that stinking page. There we go. Yeah, the Ryzen 5s will do just fine. I think it's 190 actually. Yeah, 190. So you're almost right on the money there, literally. Oh, at least it was 190 when I looked up the prices last time, anyway. Yeah, this is dang good stuff. Dang good stuff. You know, honestly, I'm very impressed with the way these, like how these Ryzen CPUs perform for their price. Comparable performance across the board, pretty much. And yeah, just good stuff. Just hands down good stuff. I know, Threadripper is going to be great. It'll be more for like the server side of things and like crazy like video rendering farms and stuff like that. But yeah. Hey, Underworld, what's going on, man? How you doing? Kiro Kenshi, it's also worth noting, if you're not in the BIOS and you're using something like MSI Afterburner or something to check the CPU temperature, that there's a 20-degree offset in a lot of that. Most software hasn't updated yet, so you have to grab the AMD, what is it, like Master or something or other or whatever, to get the actual CPU temperature. I don't think, like CPU Z and Hardware Z, I don't think they've updated to actually properly show the Ryzen temperatures. At least not the last time I looked. Keyword here is not the last time I looked. Dadgummit. Yeah, I'm gonna get that in a minute. Nah, Underworld, YouTube has been having stupid streaming issues the last like 3 or so weeks now. I'm going to pull up AMD application. Yes, allow. Let's see, mine right now, I am streaming and playing the game, and my Ryzen 5 1600X is at 52 degrees Celsius. What do I know about laptops? I know that they're a serious pain in my ass. And taking those things apart and working on them hardware-wise can be a nightmare, depending. Like, gaming laptops are actually usually not too bad, but there's more heavier mass-produced ones that use some of their proprietary nonsense are a real pain in the neck. No, it started before then, True Rex. And it started before that. I'm pretty sure, anyway. It started about the time that net neutrality started getting, like, big. Before the vote went up, and it's just gotten worse since then. Like, well, actually, it has its good days and its bad days. Some days are better than others, but none of them have been overly stellar for quite a while now. Which is incredibly annoying, I'm not gonna lie.
Fuel scooping complete.
Well, the thing with laptops is that they never really last. Like, if they get used fairly often, and they actually, yeah, and they're actually put in, yeah, like a decent load, they never really tend to last more than about 2 or 3 years. And it's just kind of a failing of the design of the things. They generate a lot of heat. You know, they don't really ventilate it all that well either. So you end up with you end up with, you know, components that are literally cooking themselves to death slowly over time. Like, yeah, they can handle it without, you know, melting. But, you know, running at 85 degrees Celsius for hours at a time, you know, yeah, it runs, but it's not good for the longevity of the chipset. I'm just saying. Yeah, cheaper, thinner materials, and, like, the thermal dissipation systems in the laptops, especially the cheaper, more mass-produced ones, they're a little lackluster. You know, some of the gaming laptops out there have better thermal handling abilities, but even then, the CPUs still tend to run a little on the hot side most of the time. Customizable? Yeah. Yeah, if it's burning your leg, then it is definitely cooking the internals. But yeah, getting rid of heat in the small platforms like that is definitely difficult, and that's one of the challenges that laptops face. It can be done, but you have to put a lot of, you really do have to plan it out. 21-inch screen on a laptop? That's not a laptop. That's a desktop with a different case. A laptop is only like a 15-inch screen. Like 15 or 16. Anything bigger than that, I might as well just use a desktop. It's a portable desktop. Yeah. Precisely. God dang, Phoenix. Well, running an open system like that, it doesn't really help anything, believe it or not. I mean, the only time it would ever help is if, like, you're just not running case fans at all. Or the case doesn't have, like, any means to run, you know, case fans. But yeah, for $2,000, you can certainly build a really nice gaming rig. Abso-friggin-lutely. Summer, Australia, ooh, okay. I can kinda get that. Kinda. You'd be better off with water cooling, to be honest. It gets you a case that supports a 360 rad. You'd be good to go. Get you a 360 rad. Get you a get you one that has like a dual support for things. You can run two radiators in the same case. Run a 360 rad for your GPU and like either a 120 or a 240 for your CPU. You'll be good. That's what I'd do if I was facing that level of heat. Abso-freaking-lutely. Asus, Acer. To be completely honest, a lot of those companies are more or less the same thing. Acer Predator. You know, the Predators are decent, but 21 inches is awfully huge. I mean, yeah, that's awfully big, and that's not what she said. Yeah. There we go, frickin' Shinrarta, finally. Holy crap. Next jump. Yeah, I was gonna say the Predator 21X is... it's pricey. Yeah, a lot of those, you know, top end things are absolutely ridiculous. Yep, there you go. $9,000. Yeah, screw that thing. Who in their right mind is gonna buy that? I'm just curious. Who is gonna buy that? Someone that has more money than brains? Like, that thing literally costs more than my motorcycle. When I had that thing, I got my motorcycle brand spanking new, and that thing costs more than that. That is nuts. He used to quad SLI Titans. Yeah, especially considering that. Like, even using SLI is somewhat iffy in the first place. And it doesn't really scale past 2 very well. Like, 3 and 4 is just kind of pointless. You're not really gaining anything. Literally kill yourself. Da 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 da. Australia is some of the hotter regions can get hotter than that. On the regular, as I understand it. And cook food on your driveway. Holy sh... That's toasty.
Jacob Papa Alpha Romeo. This is an independent star system commander. Request docking permission prior to touching down.
$104 is average? Yeah, you're running a bit on the toasty side then, for sure. Okay, now... I'm gonna repeat some of the same tests that we did earlier. I am just going to put this thing in silent running, and we're gonna see how long it takes to hit 100% heat.
Silent running. Shields
And now we wait. I don't think it's really a whole lot different yet. I'm expecting the main difference to be when we shut the modules off and we're moving around with the thrusters. Because now the thrusters don't generate anywhere near as much heat. I'm expecting that to be the biggest difference. CPU is at 80 degrees. Well, that's getting on the very toasty side of things. I would say that that's approaching the temperature that you should be wondering if there's something you can do to get it to cool off a bit.
warning. Temperature critical.
Alright.
Signature displayed.
That feels like it's about the same as before. I'll have to, you know, like once the stream finishes processing after I shut it off, I'll go back and actually look and see how long it took for things to do their thing. Well, I don't think the Road to Riches was it meant to take you from 0% in exploration all the way up to elite?
Shields online.
Okay. Alright, so now we're going to shut off. And now I'll leave that on for a minute. I'm going to turn those off. I'll turn that off and that. Let's see. Turn those off. Turn off the shields. We can turn that off. So that leaves sensors, FSD, life support, and thrusters. Alright, now with just that. Hey, Nitya, what's going on? Alright, so now with just that, let's flip on silent running. And let's see what happens. Yeah, it's still going up, but it is much slow. It is a bit slower. Oh, we've been putting the Asp Scout through some tests, Nitya. Now the CPU is where most of the load is, Underworld. I mean, what? Actually, I should ask, what CPU and GPU do you have? No, it's not really scary, Nitya. It's just... yeah. Alright. Yeah, getting a little...
Warning. Temperature critical.
Ah, so that's an older one. Okay. HD 7600M. Wow, okay, yeah, you're kind of pushing the minimum specs, but it's starting to make more sense. Okay, because what's happening there is the CPU is doing most of the work. And yeah, the CPU is doing most of the work, but it can't really keep up, so the GPU is not loaded fully. That's why. That was the situation I was running into with my GTX 1070.
Scan detected.
And my previous CPU could not keep up with the GPU. So the GPU was never actually fully loaded. Oh, I actually need to finish putting together my benchmark video for the before and after upgrades. Oh, I will, I do need to do that. Because then you guys will actually be able to see, like, just what the differences are once I get the video put together. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Okay, well, now this thing is completely cooled off again. Let's start moving around, and we'll turn on silent running. We'll see what happens.
Silent running.
Oh, yeah, those clean dries made a huge difference here. Wow. That little maneuver would have gained me about 20% all on itself before. Now it's not so bad. Let's see what happens when I boost now compared to before. Big difference. Only gained about 13-14% that time, where before I would have gained 20 to 25.
Warning.
Not bad.
Thermal signature restored. Silent running.
It's not bad, all things considered.
Warning. Temperature critical. Thermal signature restored.
Yeah, that's exactly right, True Rex. Not bad. Okay, so we'll have to continue playing with this thing tomorrow. Because here pretty soon, okay, because here's the deal. My younger brother is doing jury duty. There's no place for him to park. So I dropped him off there this morning, and I have to go pick him up. He left me his car. So during the time that I would normally be streaming, I'm not even going to be home today. For the second part of the stream. Depending on what time I get back, because there's a couple places that he wants to go, and I think dinner is going to be involved at some point. So if I get back at a reasonable time, I will stream. If not, we will pick this up at 10 a.m. my time tomorrow and kind of continue playing with this a little bit. Because I think we can squeeze more out of this. I really think we can. I just need to be a little choosy in how I go about things with this. Because I think I'm getting an idea of what this thing is actually good at.
Landing pad 37.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, he can't tell me a whole lot about what's going on, except for the fact that the people that he's having to deal with are really stupid. Well, as he thinks they are. Oh, it's amusing. Alright guys, so I think on that note, I'm going to go ahead and call it here, because we're only a couple minutes away from time anyway.
Report to Station 7.
So,
Confirmation, Commander.
Yeah, depending on exactly what time I get back, we'll either pick this up again later today if I get back early enough, or we'll just continue this tomorrow morning. One of the two. Not sure which yet. We'll find out. So, on that note, guys, it is time to call it. Oh, yeah, the backside of this thing is definitely not its strong suit here. Yeah, we'll just do it this way. Screw it. Alright, so, as I said, on that note, guys, see you later. Take it easy.
This is a flight regulation announcement. Please proceed to land on your assigned docking pad within the time limit and refrain from obstructing other areas. Please be aware of traffic within this station and give priority to larger ships as you approach your landing pad. This is an important announcement. Security surveillance is in effect at this facility at all times. Acts of violence will be met with an appropriate response. Access to docking facilities requires flight control authorization.